fluids, the water-rock ratio is much higher. For the rainwater, the water-rock ratio is much higher. However, for the deep source fluids, such as magmatic and metamorphic fluids, magmatic devolatilization and metamorphic dewatering fluids, the water-rock ratio is much lower compared to the meteoric hydrothermal one. We have less water released into the system. So for these reasons I explained, knowing the source of fluids in a shear zone or a fault zone is important for making a more accurate interpretation of the fault behavior. Okay. So, as I said, there have been many studies about the normal faults, detachment faults, and reverse faults. For normal faults, the typical source of fluid is meteoric hydrothermal. These are what we understood from the literature, the previous studies. And for detachment faults, again, we have the meteoric hydrothermal fluids. However, there may or may not be some metamorphic component as well. And for reverse faults, we have metamorphic fluids as a typical fluid source. And finally, for the strike slip faults, we don't have that many studies. That's why this project was important for us. Another very useful graph. This one is simply the distance from the TIC versus the delta 11B values. As you can see, as we move away from the Pluton contact, our delta 11B values decrease no matter what the type of what is the type of the sample. It may be the veins, it may be the dikes, it may be the silicon sites. So this is the sample that is closest to the TIC contact, and it has the highest delta 11B value. And this is the furthest one from the Pluton contact, and it has the lowest value, right? These two are outliers in our opinion, so they don't fit the overall picture. However, there's still an obvious pattern there's still a consistent pattern that decreases as we move away from the Pluton contact.